Okay. Are we good now? I don't know what just happened. Are we live? I broke everything, I think. No, we're good. What is up, people? The internet. It is me, Real American, back in with a new video and another live stream today. We are live, everybody. Hope everyone's having a phenomenal day, night, wherever you are in the world. I certainly am having a good day myself. And today we're gonna have a pretty busy live stream. I didn't know this, but apparently, not only is the Trump interview tonight, the Virginia primaries are tonight, and then Tim Scott has a town hall on Fox. All tonight. Oh, man. This is certainly going to be a stream of our time. So, hope everyone's having a good day. I'm certainly having a good day myself. And, yeah. So, before we continue with today's live stream, I hope you enjoy these type of streams. If you do, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. It is a great Twitter account everyone should follow. Of course, follow the Rumble page down below for exclusive content. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you can join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as help support the daily content we all know and love. Whoops, sorry about that, folks. Hope you join the channel today. And of course, if you want your questions for sure answered, make sure to send a super chat. That is the best way to get your questions answered, and it also helps support the channel, as this is definitely going to be a... And I thought the Chris Christie Town Hall tomorrow was going to be bad. This is going to be brutal the next, 24 hours. So, yeah, any support would be greatly appreciated. Oh, man. Yeah, it's going to be a long stream, I think. So, share with your friends. Get as many people here as possible. We want a lot of people watching this stream of me suffering through, 3 town halls, frickin' Virginia stuff. I don't know, I don't know if we're going to go that far, but... yeah. Trump's new Agenda 47 video was good. We'll look at it. We'll look at it after the town hall stuff. So, yeah. Oh, jeez. This is going to be fun. Absolutely fun. Tim Scott is doing one with Hannity, right? It just came out. Oh, yeah. Tim Scott will do a town hall with Sean Hannity. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Can Real American explain how Michigan Senate is safe Democrat despite polls showing it tied? It's not tied. There's no poll showing that. LT levels delusion. It's called probability. That doesn't mean the Democrat is going to win by 10 points. It just means there's probably a 10% chance Republicans win. Ben Cynics for 2. How does a Nicolas Cage George Santos ticket sound? Incredibly based. Hope it happens. Crispy / Hannity 2024. Make America cringe again. Yeah, that essentially is what that ticket would be. Thoughts of DeSantis wanting to end the China tariffs? Yeah, that's just dumb. Really dumb on his part to say that. I mean, what are you doing? What are you frickin' doing, DeSantis? It's absolutely idiotic what his campaign is doing, and it's not fun. It's like he was so good, and then he does shit like that. So, but yeah, Trump trials in August. Be better enjoy his last 2 months. Oh, quiet. I mean, it's like, if Biden did what Trump did, I would not want Biden to get prosecuted, because this is nothing. This is ridiculous. Let's see. In 2008 style environment, could Trump win New York? I don't think so, but can the cringe counter be negative? It was. It can be. So far, Trump's the only one that accomplished it. And Mike Pence was negative for a little bit. Then he, went off the rails with Ukraine. Do you think Taylor Greene should be primaried? She's been really cringe lately, so... Come on. Can we just get the thing already, please? DeSantis cratered ever since he was co-opted by the donors. Yeah. Dustin Carter for 2. Does Trump win Alaska by double digits still? 8 to 12 points. I think he does, but there is, because of the ranked choice voting nonsense, it could, like, get close. So, Marjorie Taylor Greene is becoming an establishment tool. Yeah, what's up with her? It's like, oh, we gotta, like, I don't know. DeSantis would do much worse with Trump than with women, Hispanics, blacks, and white working class voters. I don't know about women. Well, I think Trump's doing better with women, isn't he? I actually agree with that statement then. I really don't know, like, outside of, like, white suburbanites, I don't know who else would Trump do worse with. Taylor Greene sleeping with McCarthy, I wouldn't be shocked. Hate to say it, but I would not be shocked one bit. Like, I'm not saying it's 100%, but it's, like, very suspicious. And then you have the North Carolina speaker did the same thing, which, by the way, I called this weeks ago, and some people are like, you're crazy for saying that. It's like, the Republican speaker of the North Carolina State House is sleeping with Democrats to get favors. Oh, man. It's great, isn't it? Welcome to America in 2024. Or 2023. Let's see. He literally shared nuclear secrets. He didn't, though. Bill Clinton did, but he lost the nuclear codes. Trump is leading in the RCP average by more than Hillary won by 20. I know, I understand that. I'm just saying it's so early, things can change. I mean, some people need to understand. When I say Biden's, like, probably wins a popular vote, it's just as of now. Because you look at the undecided voters, they're Democrats. A lot of them are Democrats. Sure, a chunk of them are Republicans, but still. Let's see. The MRA poll found Slotkin only +1 against Craig. Well, that's a little bit different. Because Craig is known statewide. And it's probably only, like, what? 40% of, like, decided voters? I'm not going to look into that much. Nothing ever happens to Dems like Hillary and Biden. Yeah, because of a two-tiered system. Is anybody shocked by that? That we live in a two-tiered justice system? What's with the Ryan Cook thing? I do not want to get involved in it, but it's just disgusting. Dustin Carter about for 2. Trump wins Georgia and Nevada by 1 to 3 points. He loses Arizona and Michigan by 1 to 3. I actually agree with that assessment. You know, right now, especially. I don't think Trump loses by that much in Michigan. People think it's going to be like Biden plus 12. I don't think it will be. Rather than mini donation for 5, dual citizen here. Philippines and the U.S. Philippines have one-term presidential limits, but it's 6 years instead of 4. Think U.S. should do the same. That's a tough one. In my opinion, term limits are dumb. But I think it should be 6 years instead of 4. I actually agree with that. Mexico does it. I think, does France do it, or is it 5 in France? Either way, I think that they should have some kind of, you know, it should be like 6 years. Because you can get more stuff done. And you don't got to worry about like, the midterm stuff. So, I agree with that. Who's Ryan Cook, a clown on Twitter? Who, like, apparently he was, like, blackmailing people, like, after he got fired and stuff. I don't freaking know. But, abolish term limits. I agree with that. Term limits are just dumb. There should be age limits, but there shouldn't be any, like, term limits. Because if a congressman's doing a good job, he shouldn't be punished because he's, you know, there for 12 years. France is 5, okay. That's what I thought. Look at El Salvador. That's how to govern a country. Yeah, well, hold on. How long is the El Salvador president there for? Because he's doing a great job. Yeah, I think president's terms are too short. Yeah, I agree. It should make it like 5. I never liked the fourth thing because 4 years because you essentially get like 5 minutes in office, and you can't get anything done of note. Then it would also like remove the effect of bad midterms. And Trump's
$1
live.
billion sitting in other countries outside where they made money in other countries like in Europe and Asia. They would take the money and they would leave it there because there was no way of getting it back. I have a clause in there, you're allowed to bring it back at a fairly low tax rate. Everybody brought it back. I mean, trillions of dollars came back into our country all of a sudden, and it was like an explosion. Apple took in, I think, $400 billion they brought back. $400 billion they brought back. They were bringing back the rest. Maybe they've already brought it back. And, you know, it's very interesting with Biden. They haven't been able to hurt the Trump tax cuts because the people won't stand for it. They won't stand for it. But those tax cuts gave us, I think, two things, the tax cuts and the regulation cuts. I actually think the regulation cuts were more important. You know, we had the greatest economy in the history of our country. I think the regulation cuts were actually more important than the tax cuts. But I did
agree.
the biggest tax cuts in the history of our country.
Tax cuts were good, but the
regulation
cuts
and the biggest regulation cuts in the history of our country.
And business people will agree with that. They do have concerns that costs something. The U.S. added $8 trillion to the national debt under your administration, about $3.5 trillion before COVID. Much of that time you had a Republican Congress. So if voters are concerned about the debt, why should they believe you'll address the debt in another term?
I love the question because we had to fix a country. When I took this country over, it was broken. And we created a machine. And the oil was starting. We were energy independent. We were within 4 months of energy dominance. We were going to be supplying all of the natural gas and oil to Europe, all of it as far as I was concerned. Remember, I was the one that stopped Putin from building his pipeline. I got it stopped. When Biden came in, he approved it. I said, this guy just approved it. Goes to Germany and other parts of Europe. I said, this is a disaster because that means that, remember when I gave Angela the white flag of surrender? She said, what does that mean, Donald? I said, that means you're going to surrender because you are reliant on Russia for your energy. So when I did this deal, when I did all of this, what was going to happen with our country, we were rocking and rolling at a level.
He's not wrong.
Close to filled up the national reserves, which Biden let out to keep gasoline prices down for an election, which is supposed to be used for war. It's not supposed to be used for that. But I filled up 75 million barrels of oil I bought when oil was really cheap. I made a great 75 million barrels of oil when oil was cheap. But here's the thing. We were going, and we were now set. The infrastructure was there. The oil guys were there. We were going to make so much money as a country. You look at Saudi Arabia. You look at the wealth that they built. We have more oil than they do. I got ANWR approved in Alaska. It's as big or bigger than Saudi Arabia. The first day of the Biden administration, they terminated the deal. Ronald Reagan tried to do ANWR. He was unsuccessful doing it. Bush tried. Everybody tried to do it, all for years and years, for 60 years. I got it done. It was all done. They're getting ready to drill, and Biden ended it. Brett, we were going to make so much money. Now everything was set. Then we got the COVID. COVID came in, our gift from China, and we had to do other things.
You believe that?
No, I don't. I believe that it came in from Wuhan. I said that. If you go back, you'll see.
Okay, YouTube, don't sue me on this part.
Day one, I was told a lot of things like don't close up the country in terms of China. I did, and it was a tremendous. I saved hundreds of thousands of lives. I believe it was incompetence, actually. You know, there's two thoughts. They did it. There's another thought. I was so tough on China, they did it to get me out. But I did better on the election.
You don't believe that part?
I don't believe that. No, I don't. I actually think they were just incompetent.
So it is a big part of that spending.
I agree with that.
Do you have regrets about how you handled that? Because some of your opponents are now running these loops of where you say you shut down the country.
We had to artificially close our country.
We did just the right thing. We closed it down. We understood the disease.
We closed the country down. We studied it. We learned about it.
What are they supposed to do?
We never
You
closed
screwed
it down.
either
We did
way.
the right thing. Everything we did was right.
I disagree with it.
Do you have regrets about doing that?
I gave the governors the options. For instance, Henry McMaster of South Carolina, governor, great guy, great governor. He didn't shut it down. Tennessee didn't shut it down. South Dakota didn't shut it down. Georgia shut it down for a little while, but not much. They did a good job. 6 states that didn't shut down. It's a federalist system. I told all governors, you do what you want. You can shut it down or not. Florida, by the way, he shut it down tight.
He's
no
exaggerating
highways,
a
no
little bit,
beaches, no this.
But then pushed
he
back
opened
pretty hard. He opened up. But is it fair to criticize him on that? He was credited for how Florida dealt with COVID.
Because he has better PR than other governors, but other governors did a better job than Ron DeSanctimonious. So look.
Why do you use that name?
Because I got him elected. And I thought it was very disloyal when he said, yes, I'd run. I got him past 2 races. I got him past the primary because he was losing by 30 points or more.
So
he
it's
was
a loyalty question?
Yeah, it's a loyalty. I'm a big loyalist. You know, some people right here in this room have told me, sir, don't worry about loyalty. Loyalty doesn't mean anything in politics. I said, to me, it does.
It's kind of like...
I got the guy elected. He came to see me.
I don't know about that part.
Let's say weeping. Because he was dead. He was getting out of the race. He was looking for jobs already, probably at law firms or wherever he's going to look. He was totally dead. He ran a horrible campaign. He was running against Adam Putnam, the agriculture commissioner, who was running for that position for 8 years. Yeah. Putnam had $38 million bank. Ron had nothing, zero. Putnam was at 40%. Ron was at 3%. It was like a wipeout. The election was going to be very soon. I said, you're dead. If George Washington endorsed you, you're not going to win. He said, sir, if you endorse me, I think I could win. And he fought for me along with Jim Jordan and hundreds of other people, in all fairness. He was fine, but he fought. But I would see him every once in a while fighting on the impeachment hooks. So I didn't know Adam Putnam. So I said, let's give it a shot.
Is he talking about Russia
I
stuff?
endorsed him, and it was like a bomb went off. As soon as I endorsed him, he won the primary. It was over. He won by a landslide. But then I had him to get him past Gillum, who was a rock star. He was going to be the next president of the United States. He was the biggest guy in the party. Him and female version, Stacey Abrams, right? These are the 2 hottest politicians in the Democrat Party. And Ron said, there's no way I can beat him. I said, you're going to beat him. I did 3 rallies.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
We had big, massive rallies for Ron, 3 of them. I said, you're going to win. He ended up winning. He ended up winning by
so it makes you mad.
Tight race. And
makes you mad.
Then 3 years later, they say to him, then I didn't deal with it. I didn't know him that well. 3 years later, but I got him elected. But I did that with other people, too. But, you know, just out of respect. So I said, 3 years later, they asked him, are you going to run against the president? He said, I have no comment. I said, no comment. No comment means he's going to run. I said, this guy's going to run. And he was dead as a doornail. He wasn't like, I didn't help him 90%. I helped him 100%. Some I do and some I help. But this guy was dead politically. And for him to then say, I'm going to run against the guy that got me into office, and I didn't need that because I took a lot of heat. I had a lot of friends that were on the other side of that one. I took big heat.
I don't know how much
it's not that easy to do.
One was a leader, and one let us down.
So when your PAC is running ads against him, and actually it adds up to more money than you spent supporting GOP candidates in 2022.
I supported a lot of candidates.
I know, but your tally so far on the PAC running ads against DeSantis is more than that support. So why do it? I mean, do you see him as the biggest threat?
Well, he's the number 2 right now, yeah. I mean, you know, at some place he could be replaced. The way he's going right now, he's dropping like a rock. He could be number 3, number 4, and you won't ever hear me talking about him again. I like fighting number 2. If you're in a golf match and you got one guy that's close and other guys that aren't so close, but he's not close. I'm leading him by 45 or 50 points.
Last thing on COVID. In your mind, did the COVID vaccine work?
You two, nope, I'm sorry, guys, but after what happened to RFK, I'm not going to let him say it. I don't know. This part I just gotta skip. I would let you guys hear it, but I really don't want to get RFK'd right now. But yeah. Essentially, all he's saying is like the COVID stuff was good, or the vaccine worked. That's all he said. I'm not gonna say anything. No comment. Yeah, so Trump's endorsement is worth more than his PAC money. That's true. That is 100% true.
We're supposed to take anywhere from 5 to 2.
Again, I'm just gonna be careful with this part. What happened to RFK? He mentioned something about the vaccine and he got whacked on one of the videos. He did a podcast. He got whacked. It's about the COVID stuff. I'm not taking that chance right now. After what happened to RFK. I have no comment, by the way, on it.
Thing to talk about because for some reason, it's just not.
For some reason?
Yeah, for some reason, because people love the vaccine.
This part's pretty cringe by Trump. So, let's see. I'm curious. Don't forget to check your super chat. Oh yeah, thanks for mentioning that. It's been a good time to look at it. Let's see. I think did Carter said, yeah, Dustin Carter for 5. Can you do an individual analysis video of each state like you did in Michigan? Do one in Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. Also, realistically, who is the VP? I'm going to do that. I plan to do, like, every couple months, do a different video on each state. Realistically, I think it's going to be, like, a woman. Elise Stefanik. That's my guess.
Sure,
But yeah, thanks for the super chat. Man, this is the part of YouTube that I dislike, where this is, like, stupid that they're banning people over this. But, yeah, the cringe meter's going up. You're a relevant YouTuber with 10,000 subs. YouTube isn't watching you. Well, they were. There's some videos that disappeared for a reason, everybody. Wholesome DJ Aftershock for 2. Just voted in the Virginia GOP primary today. Sweet. All right. Yeah, everybody should get out of the vote. If you live in Virginia, get out. Stop watching this if you're in Virginia and you haven't voted. Go vote. Then come back and watch this. All right, I think Trump's done.
Republican.
That's why I asked the question.
But you have a lot of people. There are people that say I saved 100 million lives.
Oh, boy. Yeah, this is my issue with Trump. It's like, don't talk about it. And they want a commercial break. Of course they go on commercial break. Sorry about that, folks. Just I cannot show that segment. Have you seen my New Jersey poll that I posted on Twitter? I think I saw that. Is that real? I don't know if that's... Like, I saw, but I'm like, is this like an actual poll? I don't know. Yeah, okay, so we're on ad break now. Woo, yay. We're on commercial break. So far, Trump's kind of... This is kind of like a weaker performance than yesterday. When do the Virginia polls close? They close at 7 p.m. Eastern. And we're probably going to react to it. See what happens. Hopefully we get some good wins tonight. Like, isn't who's the candidate that I forgot. There's a couple big races tonight. I can't think top of my head. Let's see. Maybe you were wrong, Trump. Yeah, it's just Trump has to say that he was mistaken about some stuff, but, you know, good idea in theory. That's all he has to say. If Trump wants a woman VP, that he should pick Kim Reynolds. He's not going to, I don't think. I think Trump will pick, hopefully he picks Zeldin. I did hear something about that, but I've not seen anything materialize on that front. But I wouldn't be surprised, because Trump likes Zeldin. And Zeldin is, like, pretty pro-Trump, considering. Bro, can he calm his ego? I mean, that's always been Trump. Like, it's a positive and a negative. When, like, Trump does something really good, his ego is perfect. But when he does something bad, his ego could be a detriment. Trump needs a woman, in my opinion. It's probably going to be, like, Elise Stefanik. Let's see. Dustin Carter for 2. What state legislators, ours flip next year? What? Oh, you're asking, like, what legislators flip are next year? I think we're probably going to win the Michigan's legislators, because they won on a fluke when you look at some of the data. That's about it, I think. Chris Christie's town hall will be big. Oh, gosh. Yeah, we'll have a town hall reaction to that. Woohoo! There's a lot of town halls this week and stuff. First was Trump with the interview on Fox. And then we got Chris Christie and then Tim Scott tonight. Do you think Trump gives Zeldin RFK cabinet position? I think, yeah. I think Zeldin gets something. RFK, I don't know. RFK is not necessarily the most pro-Trump guy. But will Texas primary a bunch of House reps for impeaching Paxton? It sounds like it. The Texas GOP is pissed off right now. It's like, you're doing it because he's asking you to resign because you were drunk. I mean, it's like, dude, get a life. Geography matters. Republicans look screwed in both Nevada legislators. Yeah, that's a problem. Unless Trump pulls something off. Christie might get second in New Hampshire. I don't think he will. That was kind of a meme on my part, but it's like, it's possible. There is a realistic possibility that Trump or Christie takes second. Now, there's a good chance he probably drops out beforehand, but it's like, still, it would be funny if that happened. Imagine taking second place to Chris Christie. And I know it's his home, it's next to his home state, but it's like, dude. Do you think Zeldin would make a good chief of staff? I don't think so. Hopefully Trump picks Marjorie Taylor Greene. Oh, hell no. Hell no. She's lost it. I mean, I don't know what she's doing, but we need Scott Presler. He's good for voter registration. And again, this is my issue with some Republicans. Like, complain on Twitter, oh my God, Pressler's not doing a good job. It's like, then you freaking register people. He's the only one doing anything. And some of these people have the gall to say, oh, Scott Presler's not doing his job. Dustin Carter for 2. How would the map look if RFK was Trump's VP? That one I don't know. If there's a scenario I don't know, it's RFK as a VP. Because it's so random. I don't know how much would he help Trump. I really don't know. How much would RFK help Trump? Okay, the interview's back. Based. Sorry about that, folks.
Committees. I had my...
He said death penalty.
Melania, who says hello. She was in charge of a committee, a blue ribbon committee of socialites and various other people that want to be on a committee. And they worked very hard. And by the way, had an impact. You know, we brought it down 18%, but 18% is not 100%. When I was in China, I met with President Xi, 1.4 billion people. I said, do you have a drug problem? No, I do not have a drug problem. I said, why do you say that is? Because we immediately give a quick trial and a death penalty to drug dealers.
That's based.
And if you go to Singapore, rich, everything else, they had a huge drug problem. Zero drug problem. If you want to get rid of it, now, I don't know that this country is ready for it. I just don't know. You know, every time I say it, I sort of like, it's not easy to say the death penalty, but remember this. A drug dealer, male or female drug dealer, plenty of female drug dealers too, a drug dealer will kill approximately 500 people during the course of his or her life.
Yeah,
so you were a big proponent of the First Step Act, the criminal justice reform. You even ran an ad during the Super Bowl about it.
With gratitude, I want to thank President...
I'm muting this so I don't get copyrighted. Okay, this should be a good question. This actually
point out that 13,500 people have been released. About 12% of them have committed serious crimes after that. Joel Francisco was serving a life sentence for selling crack cocaine. He was released in 2019, alleged stabbing a man to death, rearrested. Paul Moore, drug trafficker, fatally shot a rival, received a reduced sentence. So there are those, and your opponents are hitting on this.
Yeah, but I focused on nonviolent crime. As an example, a woman who you know very well was in jail. She had 24 more years to serve. She served for 22 years. She had 20.
Alice Johnson.
Alice.
She was in the Super Bowl.
High quality.
That's freaking ridiculous, by the way.
I said, how many years?
Nobody should serve that
she
long
was on a
for just
telephone call, and they were involved in selling marijuana, mostly marijuana. And she got like 50 years in jail.
But she'd be killed under your plan.
Huh?
As a drug dealer.
No. Under that? It would depend on the severity. It would depend on the severity.
She's technically a former drug dealer. It's
a bit different.
She had multi-million-dollar cocaine ring.
Any drug dealer, look.
So even Alice Johnson in that ad.
You can't do it, okay? By the way, if that was there, no, she wouldn't be killed. It would start as of now, so you wouldn't go to the past.
I know, but your policy.
No, starting now, yeah. But she wouldn't have done it if it was death penalty. In other words, if it was death penalty, she wouldn't have been on that phone call.
Sense.
She wouldn't have been a dealer. Now, she wasn't much of a dealer because she was sort of like, I mean, honestly, she got treated terribly. She was treated sort of like I get treated. But, Brett, she was treated very unfairly. But she got 48 years, and that was bad. Now, today, if I did what I say that you have to do, and again, I'm not sure the country's ready for it. You know, China was hugely 150 years ago, China was taken over by much lesser countries because they were all drugged out on the opium and all the problems.
It's a communist regime. They dropped the hammer.
They were all drugged out, and they were a disaster. They were taken over by other smaller countries, large sections of China. And then things happened, and they had strong leadership, and they put in the death penalty, and they've been able to build. But if you speak to President Xi, he will tell you, without the death penalty, we would have a non-functioning country.
My point is that you're getting hit from the right for being soft on crime because of the First Step Act. And then you're saying that that would be your policy. Mark Short, the Vice President's Chief of Staff, said this weekend.
One of the most unseemly parts of the end of our administration was the pardons that Donald Trump gave to cocaine traffickers, to family members, to people guilty of violent crimes.
What do you say to that?
Because I looked at individual things, and I had committees doing this much more than me, and they would look at things, and sometimes people, even when there's a violent crime, very few violent crimes, because I didn't want to take chances on that, right? But they would look at people and they would recommend to me, do it or not. I turned down 50 for everyone I pardoned. But sometimes you would see something that normally you wouldn't do, and you do it on recommendation of a very good committee. We had a very good committee, a very capable committee. But if you want to stop drugs in this country, which, by the way, cause, I would say, 50–60% of the crime.
And add fentanyl in there, yeah.
Especially when you add, the fentanyl is a disaster. One thing about fentanyl, so I was with President Xi, and we had a deal worked out. He was going to give the death penalty to anybody in China that made fentanyl. He was going to call it a criminal act, and he was all set to do it. Then again, we had the election. That's the end of that. They would not have been sending fentanyl. They send it right through Mexico, comes right through the border. But, right now, 12 times more drugs come through the border than came through when I was president. Now, Brett, one thing. If you want to stop drugs, there's only one way you're going to stop them: the death penalty for dealers.
Former President Trump on January 6, 2020.
Okay, well, we're back on commercial break. That's a pretty good segment from Trump. Pretty solid. I like. All right, Dustin Carter for 2. Would you support putting pedos into slavery? No, but give them certain punishment. All right, I have my own capital punishment. If you hurt a child, you should get capital punishment. That's my opinion. I'm not talking about just like, oh, he's like looking at something. Like, no, if you physically touch somebody like that, no, capital punishment. No excuse. But still, if you look at child porn and stuff, you should be life in prison. But if you actually harm a child, you should get the death penalty or capital punishment, whatever you want to call it. That's my opinion. If you're a threat to people, threat as particular children, get out. Go to prison for life. I don't think death penalty should be for broad crimes. Should we meet the requirements? Yeah, I'm saying like if you harm a child and or kill somebody, that's like the 2 bare minimum requirements. That political guy for 7. Do you think Trump should debate in the first debates? Yes, he has to. You got to knock out DeSantis and embarrass Christie right away. I don't support the death penalty. I prefer gulags. Well, I can see the argument for, like, life in prison, but it's like, if you are such a threat to society, where you harm children, harm innocent people, all that stuff, go away. Go away. Capital punishment. Let's see. Death penalty for fentanyl dealers. Yeah, that's what Trump's talking about. He's not talking about weed. Because weed is like, okay, you can make the argument, there's some positives to it, fine. But with fentanyl and stuff, yeah, no, get out. No, capital punishment. What's the difference between being pro-life and supporting the death penalty? Pro-life is for an unborn child that they didn't decide to be born. and they get brutally executed without any decision. Somebody that gets the death penalty, they made poor decisions. That's a big difference. So, ban weed. I think recreational uses, yes. But for, like, you know, medical uses, allow it. If somebody needs it for, like, you know, they got back pain, it helps with medical, that part, fine. I'm not talking about, oh, you know, last month, you know, my stomach kind of, like, was upset a month ago. It's fine now, but I need weed. I'm not talking about that. All right? Because that just, no. That's ridiculous. That's how you cause an opioid crisis. Dustin Carter for 2. We should really annex Alberta. Thoughts? If they want to join the U.S., sure, let them. But I wouldn't say invade them. Just if they want to join us, though, let them. Makes a burden proof for death penalty from beyond a reasonable doubt to beyond a doubt. Well, you just like, okay, if a guy kills 10 people and they got hard evidence of DNA in every single case, that's beyond a reasonable doubt. So, there's a thing called consistent life ethic, a group of Christian Democrats who oppose abortion and death penalty. I heard of that. I just think that, you know, it's a little bit different when you're dealing with a grown adult and you kill a bunch of people. That's a different thing than, oh, we have to defend a small child. That's two completely different things. You lose the right to live if you kill a bunch of people, in my opinion. How's that controversial? Should we add the Bahamas into Florida? No. You talk about drug crime. I shouldn't even been joking about that, but it's just sad. Bill O'Reilly says that his plan for hard labor for murderers will make them wish they were dead. I could see the argument for that, but I think it would make much more sense. Let's see. We should annex all of Canada, Greenland, and maybe Mexico. No. I agree with Greenland. That could be a strategic base of operations and stuff, but not so much for, like, Canada. If they want, like, if Alberta wants to join us, fine. Let them. Would it be, if Alberta joined the United States, would it be likelier R or safe R? You would think it would be, like, similar to the Rust Belt, but kind of complicated. So, should we annex England? Not the whole ass UK, just England. No. All right, we're back.
Are you worried about any of that? The criticism about what you did and didn't do that day? Your communications at all?
So, I gave many, in my speech, you know, my speech has been reviewed by every lawyer that's reviewed it, said it was a perfectly normal speech. You ever hear Maxine Waters hit him in the face and hit him here and hit? My speech was an elegant speech. It was a very, Lindsey Graham said about my speech, that's maybe the softest speech I've ever heard you make. It's very interesting. I said, peacefully and patriotically, be peaceful, be patriotic. But even more than the speech, I put out statements. Now, 2 of those statements were on Twitter. And as soon as I put them out, they terminated me. And the reason they terminated me, I've heard, is because those statements were so good. They were beautiful statements. Go home. Don't do this. Go home, et cetera, et cetera. 2 things interesting about that day. Number 1, they never show the pictures of the actual rally where I made the speech. All they do is show the Capitol with maybe 1,000 people. It was the largest crowd that I've ever spoken before, and some people say it was way over 1 million people. But it was the largest crowd that I've ever spoken before. Nobody ever shows it. I wonder if that's true.
But I'm talking about January 6th, that day. Are you, about what you did and didn't do, worried about where this is headed at all? You said that you would pardon perhaps the rioters.
Yeah, sure.
Would you also pardon the people who were convicted of assaulting officers?
Well, you also have, no, we'd look at individual cases, but many of those people are very innocent people. They did nothing wrong. In Portland, where they killed people and they've destroyed a city, I mean, the place it's all boarded up. They destroyed, nothing happened to them. In Seattle, where they took over 20% of the city, nothing happened to them. And these people, many of them, soldiers and policemen and firemen and teachers and doctors, these people, nobody's ever seen anything like it. This is like a third world. We're being run now like a third world country.
You've suggested you may skip the early Republican primary debates, the first being in August in Milwaukee. You still in that mindset?
I like to debate. I mean, I probably am here because of debates. I don't mind it at all. But when you're 40 points up,
damn it,
and you're running against, and even one came out today that you saw 51 points up, why would I let Ada Hutchinson, I call him Ada because, you know, his name's Asa, but I call him Ada for whatever reason.
Why is that? He needs...
I think he's weak.
Okay.
I think he's ineffective. But why would I let him, Chris Christie, who's got nothing going except I could be tougher on Trump. He's not tougher on anybody. He's a slub. But why would I let these people take shots at me? In other words, hey, Ronald Reagan had primaries. They all had primaries.
Oh, my
I had one last
gosh.
time. And Biden, he's got somebody at 21%. I just saw a number, 21%. JFK Jr., who's a very nice person. I know him very well. He's a very, very fine person. He's at 21%.
But DNC's not going to do any debates. He won't agree to them.
Do it, but
so what does it mean if the two front runners for the White House, you and President Biden, duck the debate stage?
Oh, no, we have to debate. No.
Primaries.
Oh, yeah, we have to. He and I have to definitely debate. That's what I love. But the two of us have to debate as the two even if the polls are...
So you haven't made your definitive decision on the primary?
No, I haven't, but I do say, why would I allow a hostile network, Fox, you know, pretty hostile, why would I allow...
You get a fair shake.
Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
but I mean, this is a fair interview, but it's hostile. It's on the hostile side. I wouldn't say it's a puff piece, but that's okay. Hey, Brett, why would I allow a hostile network and then allow people that are polling at zero? They're polling at zero, many of these guys. One of them is zero with an arrow left. Now, I think that's a mistake. In other words, a zero, that's less than zero. Christie's like at 1% or less. Many of them, Nikki Haley's at 2%. She hasn't caught on because everyone knows she's, you know, highly overrated. You know, I put Nikki there because I like the governor, the lieutenant governor of South Carolina. And Henry McMaster has turned out to be a great, great governor.
That's why you put her in the position for the UN?
I got two for the price of one. I put her over there. But much more important to me, because Henry McMaster was great, always great, and people love him in South Carolina, and I got him to be governor of South Carolina. That was a very big thing to me, and I put her in that other position. But look, Nikki is very low. They're all very low. So why would I allow people at 1% and 2% and 0% to be hitting me with questions all night? You know, I don't think it's fair.
Does any of this ever get to you? Are you ever exhausted by it?
I almost don't have time to be exhausted. I should be exhausted. Many people have asked, how do you take it? And I think genetically it's like, whether it's an athlete or something else.
Because you've been under fire in the spotlight for a long time.
Well, I've been under fire from the time I came down the escalator. Maybe before that. If you look at the whole hoax, it started when my name was first announced, and I did well on the poll right from day one. You know, when I came down, that first day I went to number one of the poll, and I never came back. As a Republican, I was center stage every single debate. And we had a lot of them. But I was center stage every single. And by the way, I didn't do one debate because I thought Fox was treating me very unfairly. You know, you do remember that?
I know,
that
I remember
debate didn't do too well either. But why? And I would love to debate in one way, but in another way, I say, why would I debate allowing people that are polling at zero, have no votes, have no popularity, shouldn't be there, they're wasting everyone's time and they know it. Why would I allow them to ask me questions? And
well, I'm going to ask this question, the final question. Christine sent an Instagram post, and she asked, how is Melania handling all of this?
She is a woman of great dignity and beauty and style. She is a very popular first lady, although a lot of people might not know that one way or the other. When I make speeches, we're starting the rallies now very soon, and when I make speeches, we have 50,000, 75,000 people, 25,000, 20,000. We have massive crowds, biggest ever in the history. There's never been anything like it. So many signs are where we love our First Lady. The people love Melania. She's a very confident person. She feels I'm being very badly mistreated. And she says, you go ahead and you do whatever you want to do because I'm with you 100%.
So Melania and Barron fully in.
They're great. They're great.
Mr. President, do you think you were fairly treated today?
I don't know. A couple of questions could have been done without, but that's okay. I enjoyed it.
We really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks. Fox News.
Bruh. That was overall okay. That was solid by Trump. Fairly solid. Okay, how would we rate the second part? First part was like a B like a B plus. Let's see. Rate second part of interview. A, B, C, D. This is a tough one. See a lot of B's. Trump ended Fox. Yeah, I mean, that was funny. Some of the roasts on some people. It looks like it's very divided between A and B. All right. Is your voice delayed? It probably is. 'Cause it's not like, because I don't know. YouTube's usually off by like a minute. So, would you vote for Boris Johnson if he ran the GOP primary? No. Absolutely not. No way. So, what should we do, folks? Okay. Should we go react to... I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to stay up for the Tim Scott stuff. But, is there anything you guys want me to react to while we wait for the Virginia results to come in like 20 minutes? Brett gets a D-. Can Boris even run for president? Didn't he give up his citizenship? Chris Crispy. Agenda 47, Virginia primary. That's in like 20 minutes. I'm just going to stay up for a little bit of that. We watched the Biden versus Ryan debate. No. Craven trailer. No. So we're... Yeah, we gotta wait like 10 minutes or 20 minutes before the Virginia stuff comes in. Are you gonna keep streaming to get the Virginia primary results? Yes, we will. We're gonna be staying up for a while. We're not leaving now, but what should we wait? What should we do in the meantime, everybody? All right, let's see here. A, B. Yeah, so it looks like majority of people are saying B. I agree. Total interview is like a B+. Second part, not as good. You must stay up for the... What? Canada's finished. Let's see. If Youngkin flips the Senate, can Virginia vote run in 2024? I don't think so, but maybe. Play Trump 2008 mod. I don't know. But yeah, so I would say at the interview, the problem I had was it was just some of the questions were bad. But some of the answers were iffy from Trump. And I do wonder, should he have done this? Especially right after the indictment news. Trump's 2016 RNC speech. We're saving that. We are saving that for a special day. Let's see. I probably wouldn't vote for Tim Scott in general because he endorsed Murkowski. I could see it, but unlike other bozos, he is somewhat likable. So 15 minutes until polls close. And we got a super chat. Duster Carter for 5. Libertarians are naive and rely too much on the honor system. Their undecisive live and let live attitude is why Colorado turned from lean R to D. Yeah, I agree. The problem with libertarians is they're libertarians. Like, not the good ones. We're not talking about Ron Paul. We're not talking about those Chads. We're talking about the paleo-libertarians. I know a couple, by the way. There are a couple paleo-libertarians that pretty cool. But these freaking ass-wipe libertarians are like, the government shouldn't exist, and we should allow, degeneracy and all this other stuff, because McGooberment. Elon Musk seems to think Tim Scott is the second coming. I saw that. I don't know. We'd attract all the potheads in Colorado. The sad part is that's not far from the truth. The good news is, in hindsight, it's becoming it's like the sacrificial lamb of the Republican Party. Like, all the drug people are moved there, and all the Democrats now are moving there. So, my government bad. Yeah, it's like, why? I can understand, you don't want the government knocking down your door at 3 a.m. to, where's your license to sleep? I can understand that, but it's like, just to exist? The problem with libertarians is that they are libertarians. Well, it's true. What happened to your realignment house map series? I just got so busy with all the news coming out that I kind of lost track of that. Oh man, hold on. Should I pull up the Gary Johnson clip of when he said that there should be driver's license? He got booed for it. Hold on. Gary Johnson driver's license. Okay, yeah, here it is. This is what's wrong with the Libertarian Party. Hold on. I'm gonna bring this up because this is freaking hilarious. Okay. And of course, hold on. Larry Elder. Of course he's holding this debate. Oh man, I love this.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no.
What's next? Requiring a license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
The license to drive? I'd like to see some competency exhibited by people before they drive.
He gets booed for saying we should have driver license. This is real, by the way. Oh my gosh. He gets booed for that. What is this? It's Gary Johnson getting booed for, saying there should be driver's license. Y'all are clapping at that. Oh, man. Hold on. Can you imagine? Jeez. Oh, man. Driver's license are lame, though. Yeah, but it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. I just love the fact that that actually happened. Now, you right, libertarians have mental disorders. I mean, it's like, what are you doing, dude? What? No, we're not doing campaign trail today. Expand government. I mean, jeez, I honestly, like, the 2024 Libertarian Convention, I want to, like, sneak into it and just, and LARP as a libertarian. Should I do that? Hold on, where's the Libertarian Convention being held? 2024 Libertarian National Convention. Where? Oh, it's being held in Washington, D.C. Perfect. Let's go to Washington, D.C., everybody. Let's go, like, sneak into the convention and try to get, like, Vermin Supreme the nomination or something crazy. Please do that. We're going to LARP as a libertarian. Oh, man. I honestly want to do that. We're going to sneak into the Libertarian Convention. Do a little bit of trolling. Are you attending the 2024 RNC? I'm going to try to, but I'm pretty sure, like, well, I could get tickets because I'm considered media. So, I mean, I have a channel with 12,000 subs, but it's like, I don't know. I'm going to try to go to the RNC, though. But more than likely I can't, because they don't allow, like, plebs like me, so. Does a corner for 2, or for 5, I should say, excuse me. When Colorado passed their weed laws, they welcomed all the liberals saying, yay. We can all live and let live and respect each other, then get outvoted. Yeah, that's libertarians in a nutshell. RNC sucks. Yeah, but if Trump's gonna speak at it, I kind of want to go see it. You can get tickets to a convention. I don't know. I thought it was a lot more difficult than that. I'm gonna try though. Let's see. Are you gonna try to be a delegate from your precinct or state? Nah, because in my opinion, that's just a waste of time. Because we kind of already know who's gonna be the nominee and stuff. It's just like, eh. Yeah, I'm gonna just like sneak into like the Libertarian Convention and LARP. Would you rather vote for Ryan Cook or Laura Loomer? Honestly, Loomer. Oh yeah, the video. Oh yeah, I gotta pull that up. Thanks to Dragon Army for bringing that up. Hold on. Libertarian. Hold on. Libertarian Arizona 2022 debate. Age of consent. I gotta find this. Oh, I gotta find this. I gotta find this. Hold on. This is freaking hilarious. It's the Libertarian. Hold on, I think I found it.
Okay.
I challenge Mark Kelly to say that.
I think I got it.
We will in just a second. Mark?
Boy, for a guy who's never been elected before, he sure sounds like a politician to me. I'll
Okay,
answer
hold
the
on.
question. Joe Biden won the election.
Oh, come on, wrong one. Where is this guy at? Where he like questions the age of consent?
In many other issues on my website. Circumstance. So I'm in favor of having hard questions like this resolved in the smallest
Here it is.
jurisdictions. That's right. Mesa should pass a law that the people in Mesa like, and the people in Tempe should pass a law that the people in Tempe like. Abortion should never, anywhere, under any circumstances, be outlawed in the case of rape or in the case of health of the mother. We don't have enough time to get into this, but I've written extensively on this and many other issues on my website. Regarding abortions after viability, if we can keep the baby alive, we should. It's a win for the baby. It's a win for the pregnant woman. It's a win for the adoptive parents. There is no perfect solution here. We're going to be fighting about it forever. We need the best solution to get past it, and that's put it in the smallest jurisdictions. Let's stop fighting, and let's move on.
Let's talk about smaller.
Oh, come on. I'm trying to find this one. Hold on. I'm going to try to find it. Ben Cynics for 2. Without Perot, who would have won the 1992 election? Bill Clinton. Gosh, where is the freaking... the age of consent one? I gotta find that, because that was freaking...
of a comprehensive...
I gotta find... that was freaking hilarious when I saw that. Where is it? Who the hell is this guy? It's a Libertarian for 2022. God, where is it? It was one of the dumbest things. Don't worry, I'll eventually find it, people. Don't worry. Why is it so difficult to find it? There should be a ban on abortion since the fetus exists. Yeah.
Roe v. Wade.
Okay, okay, this dude better have his questions.
That recognizes that reasonable minds disagree on this issue. People disagree. There is...
Oh, yeah, I found it, I think. Here it is.
Partial birth abortion, all the way up
okay,
to the moment of
my
birth.
man Masters.
Mark Victor,
we're going to get you in the
Senate. Ted, this evasiveness from Blake Masters is exactly why you should have a principle and stick with it. You asked him specifically, did he scrub his website? And he said, you can go to my website now and look at it. That's evasion. That's an answer that, yes, I'm not anchored in
This
principle.
is Mark Victor.
I'm anchored in principle.
The
My
libertarian in
positions have been
2022.
exactly the same for 30 years. Look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what my personal position is on abortion, and I'm not going to tell you. We need a policy that recognizes that reasonable minds disagree on this issue. People disagree. There isn't an objectively right answer. And these politicians
This better be the right
offer no
one.
special wisdom at all. This is why a one-size-fits-all solution is a terrible idea. We're going to be fighting about it forever. Congress should stay out of it. So I'm in favor of having hard questions like this resolved in the smallest jurisdictions.
Come on,
That's right.
we're-
Mesa should pass a law that
This isn't it.
never, anywhere, under any circ, we don't have enough time to get a website. Regarding abortion, should. It's a win for the baby. Perfect solution here. We're going to be fighting about it in less jurisdictions. Let's stop fighting.
Law.
National Battalion.
Come on, I thought that was
This
it.
is code for throwing women into jail.
Money in my time to vote. Faith want a free.
I'm trying to find it because this guy literally says they need to change the age of consent. Okay, where the hell is it? Screw. We're done trying to find it. I can't find it, man. That was so freaking funny though. When I saw that live, I laughed my ass off. Mark Victor, age of consent. Cause I swore it was this one. Because there's like one exact answer. It's on Facebook. I think I may have found it. Because it is literally the stupidest thing. And it shows you what's wrong with libertarians. I mean, it shows you why libertarians will never win anything. He randomly said it somewhere. I thought it was like right after the question about abortion.
The good people of the state of Arizona.
Yes, this is it.
I don't want anybody telling me how I should use my body, my property, my money,
This is it.
and my time. None of that should be up for a vote. And I don't want to tell any of you how to use your body, property, money, or time. We are a constitutional republic, not an unrestricted democracy. Today, everything is up for a vote. Very little should be up for a vote. Like, for example, who should represent the good people of the state of Arizona. That should be up for a vote. What should the age of consent be? This is something that reasonable minds disagree on. That should be up for a vote.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
State of Arizona. That should be up for a vote. What should the age of consent be? This is something that reasonable minds disagree on. That should be up.
Reasonable minds?
For a vote. But everything.
Oh my gosh. The fact that that's real. That was on the debate. It's real. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's perfect. Reasonable minds disagree on that. I just can't. Oh, man. Reasonable minds disagree. Oh, man. This is what I'm talking about. Libertarians need to just go away. Check his basement. The fact is, that's not like a deep fake. That actually happened. We need a reaction to the 2022 Arkansas 4th debate. That's on the bucket list. The polls will just close in Virginia. Yep, I saw that. Oh, libertarians. Don't you just love them? RFK Jr. speech is live right now. It is? I want to bring that up. RFK Jr.'s speech. I want to see this. Oh yeah, there's an RFK speech today. Okay, there we go. Let's react to this, because the Virginia stuff, it's not going to change for a while. I looked at it, it's not going to be anything. We're the cringe counter, because I do like RFK, but... Okay, we're going to mute this part. Yeah, we're gonna react to this. Why not? Why not? Nothing better to do. FBI open up. So let's react to this RFK speech, then we'll be done. Because the Virginia stuff, we're not going to get anything for a while. Plus, I don't think there's any real primaries out there. So, make a new cringe counter. I like RFK. I don't really... fine. Fine. We'll have the cringe counter at the bottom. I wonder where he's making the speech at. The Nova establishment, Demon Rats are trying to oust Joe Murray's seat tonight. New cringe counter, fine. Yeah, we got it. Again, I like RFK. I'm not like one of those people that hate him. I think he is a likable guy, unlike certain people. This looks so nostalgic for a reason. Well, he's purposely doing that. He's purposely doing that, you know, hey, we want to go back to the Kennedy Democrats from the 60s. We want to go, as a whole, the country wants to go back to 1960. We just do. Yes, there are problems back then, but we were in a way better situation like 1968 or something like that than we are now. Yes, we have the stuff with racism and stuff. I understand that. But generally speaking, had a better situation. All right. Program starts at 7 p.m. Red Eagle says RFK Jr. is a neoliberal. He isn't. He's anti-war. He's just like, he's an old school Democrat that's like some progressive ideals, like on the environment. That's what he is. Oh, he's against freaking kids and he's against like transgender women in sports, or like transgender men or whatever, and playing in women's sports. So I don't think he's a neoliberal. Would you vote for a schizophrenic boomer conservative in a primary for a safe-far election? If he was good on the issues, yes. It depends if they were good on the issues. I always vote for the chaos. All right.
With black.
Nope, we're still waiting a little bit. Still waiting for RFK to show up. Do you want a Trump RFK ticket? I don't think so. But do a reaction for Nir Kumar debate. Does it actually exist? Oh, hell no. So, like, Gore in 88. I wouldn't really compare that because he's still, like, pro-choice and stuff, but he just, like, on certain issues, common sense. Like, no, a guy should not be able to, like, become a woman and be able to play in women's sports. That kind of stuff. So we'll react to parts of the Kennedy speech. I'm going to head out. I heard Ghost Star's having health problems. Thoughts? Yeah, he is. You notice he hasn't been speaking for a while? Which sucks. He's one of our best congressmen. Can we get a reaction to the 2022 Marjorie Taylor debate? We will react to Laura Loomer versus Taylor Greene when that primary happens. That's going to be freaking hilarious. So again, this is not the actual speech. This
dining room, and there were two.
Like it adds some primary ad crap. RFK said he won ticket with Trump. A lot of people say that though. Not saying it will happen, but Mark Victor for president. I thought Loomer was running in Florida. It sounds like she's going to run in, like, Georgia. She's going to grift over to Taylor Greene's district, which I'm going to watch that debate. I don't freaking care. We're watching that when that happens. Because I want to see it. Can RFK just speak already? Hopefully he starts. Gore wasn't even a blue dog. Okay, come on.
I need to help people the truth and see what happens.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of commercials. Great. Great. All right, we're going to just mute this for now until, like, something happens. So Loomer's carpetbagging. And that's what she said. She flat out said, I'm going to move to northern Georgia after living in, like, the Orlando area. Yeah, that's certainly a stretch. Opinion of Mr. Krabs is Trump's VP. That's a type of debate that you'd have muted for 95% of the time because of Schizo Dog. I know. When is RFK speaking? I don't know. We may not even react to it. I don't know. Unless you guys want me to. From Miami to Orlando to northern Georgia.
Can be trusted.
You know, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while. Is RFK the last good Kennedy? Yes. The rest of grifters are insane. It's true. Who, in your opinion, is the most schizophrenic Republican currently in office? Ooh. Probably Taylor Greene. She's up there. Honestly, there's a couple in, like, some state legislators there are. I guarantee it. Is there really a Santos Zimmerman debate? I honestly may want to go see that. But yeah, what would be the most schizophrenic debate possible? Oh yeah, Big Dan Rodmeyer. Santos, Romney, Ramthun, Wisconsin. Well, he retired, so, and he wasn't that. People make it sound like he was far worse than he actually was on certain issues. Amanda Chase. Oh yeah, she's up there. She is definitely up there. If JFK Jr. lived, would he have become president? He probably would win the Senate seat. But do you think Georgia is a good state legislator? Overall, yeah. Solid. Nothing great, but nothing terrible. All right, it doesn't look like Kennedy's going to speak for a while, so I think I'm probably going to head out. Because the Virginia stuff I'm not really intrigued in, because I really don't know enough about the races to make any assumption. So, yeah. Would you vote for an Andrew Tate Santos ticket? No, I would not. I like certain people. I'm not a big fan of Andrew Tate. So, don't understand I don't understand why people worship him so much. Anyways, folks, I think we're gonna head out. If you got any more super chats or questions, send them now or forever go in peace. I don't think we're gonna do the RFK thing. It just looks like it's be like an hour. I'm not gonna sit for that. Talk about Man of Steel. Man of Steel's the best DCU movie. 10 out of 10. Don't quote me. What region of the country is the best state legislator? Tennessee and North Carolina. Wisconsin's up there. Vote for Edwards Lombardo. Just wait until the initial results from Virginia drop. I'm not, stream this Tim Scott town hall. We all know it's with Sean Hannity, and if it was Chris Christie, yes, but it's Tim Scott, Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Andrew Tate. I just ain't. Like, I'm not saying some of the stuff that's happening to him is bullshit. I'm not denying that, but it's like, I don't get why people like him that much. It's just me. Wait for the Virginia results. I just don't know enough to say anything. Christie at town hall tomorrow. Yes. Chris Christie has a town hall tomorrow. And that's why I'm like, I'm trying to prepare my mental fortitude for that. Dustin Carter for 2. Do you see Republicans keeping control of Wisconsin state legislature? Yes. Here's what I will say. A lot of people have been asking me about the districts. The freaking bullshit, oh, we're going to make Wisconsin 4-4. That ain't happening. What they're going to do is they're going to try to make Derek Van Orden's district as blue as possible. Well, without splitting Madison. Because unlike certain states, there are some laws and precedent when it comes to ticket splitting or county splitting in the state of Wisconsin. So, Brian Steele's fine. You have to make his district like D plus 12, and you have to like gut Milwaukee in half to beat the guy. So he's fine. Derek Van Orden may be in trouble. For the state legislature, they're not going to change much. They're really not. They can't. They may make they're not going to get the Democrats to state legislature majority. Unless you make Madison, a pizza. You split it 500 times. Imagine Fox News gave Chris Christie a show on Tucker's old slot. Oh, gosh. Now, I had a question for y'all. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I don't know what you guys think about it. So, if you don't know, I've been, starting to post more stuff on Rumble, and I've been hinting at this. I am seriously considering posting exclusive stuff on, like, Twitter and stuff, because here's a problem that we're having on YouTube, and I'm not going to say much, but some of the stuff that I've wanted to talk about, I physically can't without, getting demonetized and outright banned. I'm not saying what it is, but it's like, I don't know. There's some stuff that I feel like there's a risk of it not being allowed. And I'm thinking, like, would you guys be fine if I post stuff more on Rumble and Twitter? I'm still going to post twice a day on YouTube, but there's some stuff that I really am considering posting on, like, Twitter and stuff. I'm too late to use more than one. I just want to hear guys' thoughts on that. I'm very curious, though. Because Elon Musk is hinting at it, and I talked to some people about it, so I'm just curious, though. Put the Virginia primary? Yeah, I will. Rumble's weird and works weirdly. Yeah, I know. That's my problem with Rumble. You should do a Rumble Twitter exclusive video about 2020. Well, that's what I'm saying. Rumble I like, but I'm just going to be honest with y'all. The frickin' UI sucks. I don't frickin' know if the video's going good. I don't know if it's uploaded properly. I don't know. So Rumble, it's cool that I can post some stuff, but it's like, is it not really worth it? Twitter, it sounds like later this year, they're going to essentially make a YouTube alternative. And Tucker's like getting 500 million views of video. So I'm like, okay, from a business perspective or that sort of stuff, if it's freedom of speech, I don't have to worry about censorship, and I can still earn money on this. It's like, again, I don't care about money that much, but it's like, still, it's like kind of an incentive. If Twitter does good, I may post stuff there exclusively. Again, I'm still going to post stuff on YouTube all the time, just there's some stuff that I don't know if I can post on YouTube. Nothing like crazy, it's just, it's the gray area. I don't want to chance it, you know? So, yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on that? I'm very curious about it. Tucker's the GOAT. Yeah, he is. Twitter's easier to share through retweets. You should switch only if you can live stream. Yeah, no, I'm not going to switch fully. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm going to probably post some stuff just on Twitter, if that's possible. You know what I'm saying? If they can figure that out, and I don't got to worry about censorship, it just makes sense, you know? Twitter's easier. Yeah, Twitter's easier. YouTube, I like YouTube. You know, YouTube's amazing. Just I have some problems with some of their policies. And the way that you share videos on YouTube sucks. There's like no retweet function or anything like that. You just gotta freaking guess. Twitter, you can share easier. So, it's like, and I want to reach as many people as possible. So, what's your Twitter account? Real political data. And, yeah. Twitter should let you live stream. Apparently, they're working on it. And if they allow me to live stream, well, yeah. I tried streaming the Rumble. That was a disaster. Absolute disaster. And I forgot, hold on. Let me bring this up, the result for Virginia, so you guys can see it. So, the Democrat, State Senate District 18. Lucas is the cringe election Twitter clown, right? Like, she's on election Twitter, doesn't have a life. She's currently losing. That's hilarious. If you do post stuff on Twitter, don't make it where we have to sub. I'm not going to. It's not. This is my issue with some content creators. You must pay me money for this and this. Look, if I ever make documentaries and stuff like that, I would probably make it where you have to sub. Right? I'm not denying that. But for regular video, no. It'd be for everybody. Especially if it's monetized. Like, I don't freaking care. So, I think if I ever do documentary and stuff, that's a bit different. But it would be free for everybody. Kelvin Coolidge for the win. Yeah, Kelvin Coolidge, a great Twitter account. Great stuff. And I'm working on him with stuff. He helped me with the Morning with Real American, which I want to do that again, but it's like, analytically did not go well. It hurt my channel, if I'm being honest. But I don't look at it that much, but it's like, I don't know. It just wasn't working. But we're probably going to revamp it. I've been talking to him a little bit about it, so. If the GOP goes all in on oil in New Mexico, plus continuing accelerated Latino outreach, could we potentially flip the state? Potentially yes, likely no. So that's the answer. Dustin Carter for 5. You should do a debate with Red Eagle Politics. I think you actually helped convince him George could go red again. Before, he seemed to have a pretty anti-Southern bias. Yeah. I think that, I don't think we're debate, because, like, it's not, I don't think it's really worthwhile of a debate. But I do want to talk with Georgia, because I've been seeing some data recently, and suddenly something's brewing in Georgia. I don't know if it's Brian Kemp, but it's like, you look at some of the data, it's like, there's something brewing. I'm not saying it's going to go Republican or not, I'm just saying that it's looking a lot better than Arizona. That I will say. Do weekly reviews of stuff that happened. That's what I was thinking of doing. Maybe a joint stream. Maybe. He just posted about Christie being against a ban on minors changing their sex. Of course Christie is. Why wouldn't you be shocked? No. The Democrat president election Twitter's winning. No. Absolutely not. For the love of God, don't let her win. Flipping New Mexico is not worth it. It's only 5 electoral votes, but 2 Senate seats. Look at it that way. Maybe a House seat or 2. I like when people say it's only 5 electoral votes. Okay, it's still 2 Senate seats. It's like Vermont or like Rhode Island. I'm not saying they're Republican. I'm just saying that they start to add up. Amanda Chase is getting primaried. Is she? District 12. Come on. 62%, and there's a chance Chase loses. I'm not the biggest fan of Amanda Chase. That I will say. I don't hate her, I just not the biggest fan. You should do a movie / TV review at least once a week. The problem with that is, I was thinking about that, but we're in the middle, we're starting to get like the important part of the election season. It's like, kind of difficult to, but I want to, and I do got plans that I cannot publicly speak about, but things are developing. New Mexico for us would mean 5 electoral votes, 2 Senate seats, and 2 House seats. It'd be relatively cost-effective plan with a lot of potential for GOP growth. Yeah. I think it would be a good investment if it made sense. If there's polling data to say there's hope, go for it. What's wrong with Chase? She almost cost us the governorship in Virginia. She was about to start a civil war within the GOP. I doubt the GOP will take control of the Central District. Yeah, I'm just saying that you could get probably 2 out of the 3. I'll take it. Is Amanda Chase really that bad? She almost cost us the governorship, so yeah. We need to recruit Walter White. Oh, man. We need to. Did he retire from acting, the actor for that? I'm pretty sure he did. Thoughts on Cobra Kai? Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Walter's running. I saw that. So are we doing good tonight in Virginia? I don't know. We're just looking at like a couple results that were gone. Amanda Chase, she's up by 4 with 68% in. Lucas is holding on. Very close. Walter. I can't get over Walter White memes. I cannot believe somebody actually did that. I heard New Mexico Latinos are redder than the whites. I gotta see that. Saul Goodman. Yeah, I mean, who do we got in, like, New Mexico? Outside of Ron Ketty. RFK hasn't spoke, so we're just going to ignore it. Amanda Chase has no self-awareness that makes her hilarious and insufferable simultaneously. Yeah, I mean, not fun. Get Gary Johnson to run? No. Get rid of Nancy Mace. She's the worst. Well, apparently she's having like a redemption arc. Whoops. I mean, apparently she's suddenly become like pro-Trump and stuff. Amanda Chase is up by 4 with 75% in. That's be close. That's down the wire, but Harold's okay. No, she's good. She would be a good congressman. Because she was a good congresswoman. I heard one of the voice actors from Avatar: The Last Airbender is running for the New Mexico governorship. What? 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 I don't believe that. Who? Who is the voice actor that's going to run for the New Mexico governorship? Oh my gosh, I looked on the wiki page. There's somebody from the Avatar freaking whatever. Oh man, I don't get why some of these people run for office. Do they think they're like to be the next Trump? Uncle Iroh's running. The guy who voiced Uncle Iroh. Yeah, I saw that. Wait, I think Avatar is getting like a remake, right? Like live action? Not the shitty one from whatever the frick his name is. Who is the director that directed the live action Avatar? It was one of the worst movies I ever saw. I was a big fan of Avatar, the animated stuff. Not the blue people. It's the live action remake where it's bullshit. Which, yeah, Avatar, I'm talking with the anime. I'm not talking about the blue hippies that the tree burned down. Not talking about that. So, he's running as a Democrat. M. Night Shyamalan. Yeah, that guy sucks. Isn't his highest rated movie like 5 out of 10? Yeah, he got freaking Avatar. No, not James Cameron. That's for the blue people. I'm talking about like the real Avatar with the freaking earth bending and shit. Shyamalan, director of The Happening. How the hell did he get that job? But the blue people one is good though. Not really. Only good thing about it is the freaking visual effects. That's it. If it was for the visual effects, it would have made like $2. It's a fact. James Cameron only made a good movie as Titanic. He made Terminator 2. Come on now. Terminator 2 is amazing. And Avatar, visual effects is 10 out of 10. But, yeah. Wholesome DJ Aftershock for 2. The second Iroh voice actor, the OG voice actor, Mako, died. Yeah, I got that now. Nickelodeon Avatar. I just call it the non-blue people Avatar. The good one. The one that was anime. He made Aliens. I know he did. I'm just saying Terminator 2. Avatar is just a mid-ass story. It is. Avatar is just generic copy and paste. Herder, blue... Yeah, it's just like the blue people. The blue hippies. Cameron's just milking the blue Avatar series. Yeah, apparently the last one's going to release in like 15 years or something. Or like 2033. It's like the first one released in 2009. You're releasing the... Oh, gosh. You're waiting 20 years to release that pile of crap. I mean, the next one I think is with the fire people. I don't know. James Cameron also made Aliens. I know, I'm just saying that it's an example. I mean, I still cannot believe Avatar is the highest grossing movie ever. Why is that? I know the visuals are stunning, but come on. You're telling me freaking the Raiders of the Lost Ark is the number one? Bruh. Why has DC become a disaster in your opinion? Well, for one, they're knee-jerk as hell. In my opinion, if they would have stuck with Snyder, and again, I'm not a Snyder cultist. There's some people that say Snyder's the greatest director ever. He isn't. Is he good? Yes. I like what he was trying to do, but Warner Brothers interfered so much that it ruined the movies. I think that if they would have stuck with Snyder and didn't interfere with Batman v Superman, which, by the way, made a shitload of money, even with all the interference, even with the bad reviews. If you want to watch Batman v Superman, watch the extended cut, the director's cut. It's like 3 hours long. It's freaking amazing. The theatrical cut sucks, but the OG one's pretty good. The director's cut, which was going to release in theaters, but WB's like, nah. It's a joke. And then the whole Justice League debacle only lost like $500 million. So, yay. DC is better. I like some of the movies better. Man of Steel. Man of Steel is freaking amazing. Oh my god, Superman kills. Oh yeah, what was he supposed to do? It's like Batman, alright? Though I think they took Affleck too far. They do kill in the comics. It's just, I mean, Superman, he only kills when necessary. It's true. Martha. It makes sense if you watch the movie. But yeah, watch the extended cut of Batman v Superman. Which, by the way, it should have never been called Batman v Superman. People got misled. It should have been Justice League Origins or something. That's what it was. Watch it was Snyder's best movie. I think Man of Steel or 300. That's up there. Watchmen's underrated. Not the shitty show, the movie. But I think 300 or Man of Steel. And I heard good things about the Rebel Moon, or whatever it's releasing this year. Yeah. So DC's I heard some bad things about DC. People are not happy with Gunn over there. Apparently, like, if you don't know, there was a Batgirl movie that was about to release. It was 95% finished. They spent $100 million on it. What they did was they completely got rid of it. Yeah. They completely deleted it. They never released it. They canceled it when it was 95% done. That was with Michael Keaton as Batman. And I heard a lot of good things about it. They got rid of it because money. Well, suddenly, after Flash flops because of James Gunn's decision, suddenly the movie leaks. Or live act, or some of the, some of the screenshots. It's like, yeah. Bros deleted an entire movie for a tax cut. And it backfired. It would have made a lot of money. Just put it at HBO Max like they were going to. Batman and Superman featuring Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's what it was. Just make it Justice League Origins. Makes a lot more sense. Why is Super Mario the 18th highest earning movie ever? Because it's not political. People are like, it's Mario. Batgirl would have been just invincible girl boss with no flaws. You can make the argument, but you should never do that when it's 95% done. Just gut it like that. But I did hear good things about it. But they got rid of it because Gunn was an asshole about it. Which, by the way, he did fire Henry Cavill, the best Superman. Frickin' moron. And remember, he lied about that. He said, I never fired Henry Cavill. We never signed him to a contract. They had a movie in production that just came out. It's whatever. Christopher Nolan or Tim Burton should be the head of DC Films. Burton's old. I thought he retired. And Christopher Nolan told him to F off after what they did in 2021 when they did the theatrical crap. Did you watch the second Avatar? No. I just think it's a waste of money. It's the first one. It's a copy and paste of the first one, except he has 2 kids. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Just honestly, that's what it is. A copy and paste job. Looks visually stunning. But I'm not going to spend money on that. Have you watched Cyberpunk and Edge Runners? No. But Christopher Nolan, wasn't he involved in Man of Steel? I'm pretty sure Christopher Nolan was involved in Man of Steel. Which explains a lot then. Some decisions like, Interesting. George Clooney Batman. The fact that he appeared by freaking Christian Bale, that's just sad. Do you think Mission Impossible 7 will beat the Martin movie in sales? I heard some bad things about Mission Impossible. Some of the early reviews are just bad. The second one actually has a lot of traditional family stuff. I'll go see it then. Will you stream FNAF? No. He had a producer credit. That's what I thought. Berna's currently producing a Netflix show about Wednesday Addams. Is James Gunn going to do more movies with Ezra Miller after firing Henry Cavill? And that's what I think's happening behind closed doors. There's a lot of people pissed at Gunn right now at WB. Because you don't suddenly have the shit leak the day after a movie comes out. Because it underperformed because of his stupidity. That doesn't happen. Just out of accident. I think there's some shit happening. If I give you $100, would you stream FNAF for 4 hours? No. I would appreciate the super chat, but I never, like, the games themselves, I like the lore and stuff. It's a freaking meme. I love it, but it's like, I don't know. Did you watch the Witcher series ever? No, I never did because I don't have Netflix. Right? I don't have Netflix on a regular basis, I should say. I should, though. Why do you think Flash is flopping? James Gunn being a dumbass, them changing the ending, and the CGI being dog shit for half the movie. 3 reasons. Good story. They just ruined it. I don't think the Ezra Miller stuff hurt as much as people think. But yeah, don't give $100 for the FNAF thing. Don't do it. I'm not going to. So. Do you have a Nintendo Switch? No. I gotta get more in the gaming stuff, but it's kind of like busy right now. But I will probably stream the new Bethesda game. Is that Starfield? That's the name of it? It looks pretty good. But knowing my luck, it's gonna like break immediately. Yeah, it looks like Amanda Chase is gonna win. Lucas, she's holding on a little bit. Do you support Rick Harris for Nevada Senate? I do, but I don't think he's going to run. Amanda Chase only up by 50 votes on Decision Desk. But yeah, it looks like she's going to win, though. We got to see, though. Thoughts on the upcoming Indiana Jones movie? It's going to be woke. They're gonna ruin They're gonna ruin Indiana Jones. I'm not gonna go watch it. I'm just gonna wait till it comes on like streaming. Cause screw that. They're gonna freaking make Harrison Ford's or Indiana Jones a bitch for that. It's stupid. I guarantee that's what's gonna happen. Starfield, the new Cyberpunk looks good. They have a new Cyberpunk? Alright, I think we're going to end the stream here. It looks like Amanda Chase won. Lucas is holding on. And her lead is expanding. So if you got any more super chats, send them now or forever go in peace. I think we're going to end the stream right here. I hope everybody enjoyed. We'll just wait. According to the... Indiana Jones ruined, again, Crystal Skull was bad enough. Yeah, they should have just left it off as that. But they're going to freaking blow it. It's going to be awful. I'm not going to go see it. Stream later? Nah. I think I'm just going to head out because the Tim Scott Town Hall, nobody's freaking... If it was Chris, yeah, I would. But it's like, I'm not going to watch Sean Hannity and Tim Scott. No way. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody. If you did enjoy, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. And, of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to all of you. And when should I be on for the Christie stream? That's tomorrow. Chris Christie stream will be tomorrow. Oh, gosh. That's why I got to mentally prepare for that. But yeah, thanks for everybody tuning in. I enjoy doing this, and I think everybody enjoys watching me suffer. But yeah, Chris Christie stream tomorrow. Godspeed to all of you.